Tale of the tape between two of the most supremely conditioned prize fighters ever to enter the ring by all appearances. De La Hoya giving up 4 years in age, but Oscar fighting for only the third time in the last 32 months against a fighter who has been active all along. A height advantage of 2.5 inches for Oscar De La Hoya. An arm length advantage, however, of 2 inches measured from the armpit to the end of the fist for the shorter fighter, Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather choosing to come up only 3 pounds in weight from his welterweight appearances to 150. Oscar De La Hoya, who has fought in this neighborhood for many years now, right on the button at 154. No unofficial weights available on either of these two fighters tonight. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Oscar De La Hoya Floyd Mayweather fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards if the 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell at any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
Given the overall stakes of the bout, De La Hoya's title belt in the 154-pound weight class is almost an incidental afterthought.
When you see them side by side or face to face, the difference isn't that great. But De La Hoya has been a welterweight or junior middleweight and has even fought at middleweight for 10 years. And Mayweather has just fought one legitimate, strong welterweight in his last fight.
And I think about a year ago, Floyd was fighting about 135 pounds, which is about 20 pounds lighter than the division that he's fighting in now.
And you're observing the last 20 or 30 seconds here of some gamesmanship as Floyd Mayweather takes his time long after the cue for him to be available to walk to the ring. He finally chooses to leave his dressing room, and instantly the crowd inside the arena sees on big screens that he has donned a Mexican sombrero and will apparently walk to the ring accompanied by Mexican music. This duplicates something that was done throughout his career by his uncle Roger, brother of that man, Floyd Mayweather Sr., who now watches inside the arena and laughs at the notion that his son is going to enter with a Mexican sombrero adorned in Mexican colors to face the Mexican-American fighter. And once again, throughout his career as a professional, Roger Mayweather, trainer of Floyd, called himself the Mexican assassin, and Emmanuel would enter this way as a psychological ploy.
Is he trying to win over the crowd or just taunting the crowd?
I think it's more he's taunting the crowd, because he's not going to win over this crowd right here. This is strictly a strong crowd for Oscar, and even if the crowd was predominantly just no Mexicans even here, it would still be a strong Oscar crowd, I think.
Well, when Uncle Roger used to do it, it was certainly to taunt the crowd and inflame passions, and it was a way of being the black hat, a role which Floyd has cultivated for himself and has indeed visibly enjoyed en route to this fight. And hey, it worked really well for Roger Mayweather through much of his career until he ran into Julio Cesar Chavez, and of course the guy who ultimately derailed Chavez's preeminence as a Mexican icon was Oscar De La Hoya. And incidentally, according to those who understand how to wear sombreros, I'm being told that the hat is on backwards, and maybe that's intentional too.
Why should we be surprised?
And the music from 50 Cent.
He's an immodest man with much to be immodest about, but give him credit. Way back when he was fighting in the 130s, he started building up a fight with De La Hoya. We all thought it was just so much talk and looking for headlines, but he dreamed it, he fantasized it, and he made it happen.
And as you can see, the entry rap from 50 Cent is live, so that's an expensive performance right there, donated no doubt on behalf of Floyd. And now 50 takes a moment to step between the ropes before picking up the rap again.
50 used to be a Golden Glove boxer himself. In New York, yeah, he used to box. He's been in the ring too.
And now the music stops, and 50 Cent says a friendly hello to Oscar De La Hoya's very good friend and business partner Shane Mosley. And here comes the more straightforward entrance for the man himself.
Why is Oscar De La Hoya a box office superstar while Floyd Mayweather is a boxing star? Because Oscar won a gold, Floyd won a bronze. Because Oscar was a handsome man and Floyd was a nice-looking man. Because Oscar has a crowd-pleasing style and Floyd does not. And of course, because he had such support from the boxing fans of his community, Mexicans and Mexican Americans.
And throw in there also, Larry, that he's fought everybody from welterweight, junior lightweight, really all the way up to middleweight. Even some fights where he shouldn't have fought, but he still stood up as a fighter and fought everybody. And that's made him tremendously popular with a lot of boxing people, too.
An atmosphere as much like that of a cloistered political rally as for a sports event. The crowd here may be 90% in favor of one man.
You know, there's 16,000 or so people here. There are more than 25,000 people in other arenas around Las Vegas watching this on theater TV. Couple thousand saloons and other sites around the country, to say nothing of we don't know how many home sites with this fight.
In another era in the sport, this fight would have taken place in an outdoor stadium with a crowd of 90,000 people. It is a mark of boxing's current economic scene that it must take place in a casino hotel's arena.
They didn't generate over $100 million when they had 100,000 fans.
Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, Nevada, Golden Boy Promotions is proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by Cazadores Tequila, Tecate Rockstar Energy Drink, Party Like a Rockstar, and Southwest Airlines. Brought to you in association with HBO Pay-Per-View. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission Chairman Dr. Tony Alamo, Executive Director Keith Kaiser, President for the WBC Jose Suleiman, WBC Supervisor from Thailand General Kovid. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this bout on the 10-point system will be Chuck Jampa, Tommy Kazmarek, and Jerry Roth. And inside the ring, your referee in charge of the action, Kenny Bayless. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the world awaits. And this is the moment the world has been waiting for. Let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white, official weight, 150 pounds. A perfect professional record consisting of 37 fights, 37 victories, including 24 knockouts. From Grand Rapids, Michigan, the former junior lightweight, former lightweight, former super lightweight, and former welterweight world champion, the reigning pound-for-pound champion of the world, Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red, official weight, 154 pounds. since capturing Olympic gold. His professional record now stands at 38 victories, including 30 knockouts with 4 defeats. From East LA, the former junior lightweight, former lightweight, former super lightweight, former 2-time welterweight, and former WBO middleweight world champion, the reigning, defending, 2-time super welterweight champion of the world, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Right here. Us? Where's us? Right here. Mike.
Okay, now, gentlemen. Trunks are okay here. Trunks are okay here. Now, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to keep the fight clean at all times. I want you to protect yourself at all times. And what I say, you must obey. Touch them up. Good luck.
Mayweather lusts after De La Hoya's stardom. De La Hoya lusts after Mayweather's status. Will we get spontaneous combustion?
Mayweather's uncle and trainer Roger was in no hurry to leave the ring, apparently wanting to make a last-minute point to officials and to referee Kenny Bayless that he thinks De La Hoya's cup protector is too high above his waistband. Round 1 begins, and the first major question of the fight: how well and how often can Oscar De La Hoya find Floyd Mayweather and make contact with him? Mayweather with a right hand across the top, first significant landed blow of the fight. Mayweather often leads with left hooks or straight right hands, does not lead with the jab nearly as often as you would expect a pure boxer to do. Right hand across the top for De La Hoya excites the crowd, and immediately De La Hoya begins hammering away with left hooks to the body. Mayweather blocked all of those with his arm, but Oscar came back upstairs with a left hook.
I don't think Oscar landed the right hand. I think the way that Floyd been down from it has created excitement with the crowd. I don't think anybody's had much contact so far.
No, maybe the most significant thing so far was the spirited effort that De La Hoya made to get at Mayweather's ribcage. Oscar has never been a particularly prolific body puncher. He acknowledges that he needs to do more body punching tonight. The one time Floyd Mayweather was in danger of losing a fight in his first fight against Jose Luis Castillo. Castillo barely ever looked upstairs and focused on the ribcage all night long.
Well, Oscar's trying to maneuver Floyd to the ropes. You can see that's his strategy. He's not doing too much because he can't deal with Floyd's speed in the center of the ring. He's tried to counter it, but he can't. So he's trying to get Floyd to the center, to the ropes before he can be effective.
Right. Mayweather in the middle of the ring is quicker, beating him to the punch. Oscar trying to figure out how to crowd him.
And this is typical Mayweather right here. One punch and then out of the way. He landed a left hook lead, moved away. He landed a right cross lead, moved away. There it is again, sticks a jab, moves away. De La Hoya has to try to find ways to engage with Mayweather and make him trade punches rather than to land in short bursts and then go away out of punching range.
I don't think that Oscar planned for this. Oscar planned to just walk in and be physical and just to force Floyd to the rope, but he didn't expect it so difficult to get in to do that. And right there, Floyd angled his body to the fact that he neutralized those left hook attempts by Oscar.
But he isn't throwing a jab either.
No, Oscar's not jabbing at all. I've always said Oscar's key was his jab, and he's not using his jab at all. Just trying to walk in and shoot power punches.
The names Atiana and Jacob on the back of De La Hoya's trunks. His 2 children who are not mothered by Millie Rachel, his present wife. Obviously, so much attention was paid to his son Gabriel in the build-up to this fight that Oscar wanted to honor his other 2 children by putting their names on the back of the trunks.
So far, Floyd is ready to stand by landing the only